The stream has begun. Go over to YouTube, make sure the stream has begun. View your channel, pull this up, go here, go here, go here, click on the live stream, go here, multitask, download the image, save photo, copy and paste, go over to YouTube. The stream is coming up right now. There we go. There's the stream. Go. I need to invest in YouTube Premium, low key. We gotta invest in YouTube Premium. Low key, gotta invest in YouTube Premium. And now this is quicker since I have it already copied and pasted. There we go. And we click save. And everything is done. Hello, welcome in, you guys. If you guys are Trump supporters, jump up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you, love to have a debate with you, love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, looking for some people to debate. I'm gonna get a glass of water. It's still 80 degrees in my house. It was 115 degrees, a staggering 115 degrees today, August 26, 2026, here in Phoenix, Arizona, with now cool temperatures. Well, I shouldn't say cool, with now warm temperatures at 107 here, 7:15 p.m. close to in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm gonna go to get a glass of water. I have everything ready. I'll be right back shortly. We're back. We are back. If you're over on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe as well. If you guys are over on YouTube and you guys want to support, the best way you can do so, which YouTube appreciates, is YouTube Super Chats. It's a new cool thing that we just got on YouTube, on our channel specifically, because we just qualified for it. It's where you can send donations with a message attached that the whole chat can read, and then I read it out to the TikTok stream. As well as a link tree in the bio where you can find the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App link tree in the bio. Same way, you can send a message to me privately, and I read it to myself or to the stream. As well as if you're over here on TikTok, double tap that phone screen, hit that follow button, hit the share and repost. That all helps with the push onto the For You page. Share out to your story as well. Okay. What is this? That's one of my old debates. I got scared. What is this? I got terrified. I got really scared. That I was being one of my old debates. My own. I got scared. What is this? I got terrified. Just make sure YouTube is muted. Oh, YouTube is not muted. There we go. Almost fumbled YouTube. Almost fumbled YouTube. Sorry. We're gonna start a poll on YouTube and then we can begin. We're gonna start a poll on YouTube and then we can begin. Hold on. Hold on. Do you support Trump? There we go. This is not the one I wanted. What the hell? Hold on. This is not the one I wanted. Hold on. There we go. This is the one. This is the one. Quite frankly, this is the one. This is the one. Let's get started with the first debate, I guess. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Perfect. Sorry. Why am I a liberal and not a leftist? I agree and disagree with a bunch of things that establishment libs say. And I agree with some of the things leftists say, and I disagree with some of the things leftists say. I'm a progressive liberal, meaning I agree with some, like I said, some things on both sides of the aisle. Who wants to debate a liberal? Someone said on YouTube they're stupid. Yeah, I bet you don't want to debate one because you'd get absolutely fried and cooked by one. If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. Love to debate you. Love to have a conversation with you. As always, you're looking for some people to debate. Make sure you guys double tap that phone screen, repost the live, share the live, do all of the good things. I appreciate you guys for being here. Over on YouTube, like I said, we are trying to hit 750 subscribers. Quite frankly, a very big number. So make sure you guys do that for me. I greatly appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys for being here as well. Also, the super chats, you guys can send one from any range, I believe, and send a message to the chat as well as myself. And I can read them out. I'm a nobody? So true, so true. That's why you're scared. So true. Do you like communism? I don't. I don't necessarily like communism. I think communism can't be achieved. Listen, I'm not going to debate any communists, okay? I'm not going to debate any communists. I mean, I don't hate communists. I have nothing against them, but I just think that it is not reasonable. I don't think it's reasonable in terms of how the capability of humans and how it just can't be achieved. Socialism, I agree and disagree with some things of socialism. I'm a progressive liberal, so I agree with some of the things socialists say. Not all, but some. We have some disagreements. I'm yeah. Yep. I'm still working on like my Yeah, I'm still working on the political view, obviously developing as I learn more and do more research. You know, as I've done more research, I lean far more left or more towards the left. I've learned that in like the last year and a half, which is why I'm not like gonna debate any communists or anyone further left than me, because hey, you guys have some really good points. But yeah, I'm a progressive liberal. Fuck liberals are annoying as AF. Yeah, quite frankly, that's not true. Emotions, quite frankly, you literally started with fuck liberals. Quite frankly, you're full of emotion. You're full of emotion. Also, what's up, Hex? What's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Did you guys see Tim and Moby in the class that they taught to the Trump admin about copyright? Absolutely based. YouTube, what do we think about the thumbnail? Tim and Moby in the middle of me and Trump. Based? Do we think based? What do you think, YouTube? What do we think? How much of a breakdown did you have when Trump won in 2024? I mean, I was pretty devastated, man. I was pretty devastated for the millions of women's rights to abortions, right? Of them not being able to reinstate Roe v. Wade, of that happening. The fact that Donald Trump is a violent rapist. I felt devastated for not only his victims, but the victims of rape in general. Devastated that they now know that a rapist is holding the most powerful position on planet Earth, as well as all the minority individuals in the communities, like people of color, women, trans people, gay people, immigrants. I was devastated, man. And I still am. It still hurts. Still very much hurts. One day you'll wake up and see how shitty capitalism is. I agree. Capitalism is very shitty. Yeah, but I engage in capitalism. Like I quite literally engage in capitalism, and I'm not in a point in my life where I can like not engage in capitalism. I guess this is the point that I would make. Listen, I agree with like the basis of like some political views on the other
Yo.
side, on the, like the far left. But hello, are you a Trump supporter?
In fact, I am.
How old are you?
20.
All right, why you have Bluetooth connected or something?
In fact, I do.
You want to disconnect that for me? It's very muffled. I can't really hear you.
Hey, how about this? Is this better?
Yeah, whatever you're doing, you can keep doing that. Why do you support Trump? Take it away.
Because he's the best president since George Washington's been around. He fixed our country from the shambles it was left in.
How is he the best president since George Washington?
Because George Washington was really good, yeah. Because like he created the country and stuff. Like he and I think it was like someone else. Like they just like made America and they conquered stuff. And that's what made America
I
great.
didn't ask you why George Washington is good. I asked you why you think Trump is good. I'm not here to debate whether George Washington was a good man. I think slave owners are not good men. Therefore, George Washington is not a good man or necessarily a good leader.
Defining somebody off of one quality or one thing they did is quite racist and Marxist, if you ask me.
Bro, what? Saying slave owners are bad people, period, is not quote-unquote racist. What the fuck is your issue?
Saying all slave owners are racist. Because like
slavery
wasn't about race. It was just about cheap labor.
I never said race. I said all slave owners are bad people.
It was just about cheap labor.
Hold on. Do you agree? Do you agree? All slave owners are bad people. Do you agree or disagree?
That may or may not be true.
Okay, do you agree or disagree? That's why I'm asking you.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
In one instance, do you think slave owners can be good people?
I mean, sometimes they're just trying to make it, right? Like, they're just trying to get some food for their family and for their friends. So they get some people to, like, get the wheat or whatever. And then with the wheat, what they do with it, they make it into, like, food. You know, they use the wheat, I think they grind it up and they make it into food. And some people just get hungry. Do you not get hungry? Would you be a bad person for being hungry?
What? What relevance does that have? Yes, of course I get hungry, you fucking idiot, you moron, you low IQ individual, A, and B, you didn't give me an instance of where a slave owner would be a good person. Someone who is a slave owner is not a good person. You said they have people pick the wheat. Yeah, slavery is bad. It doesn't matter if you're going hungry. Are you fucking stupid?
No, I'm not stupid.
You are stupid. That was a rhetorical question, because we all know you are stupid. Now, let's move away from this point before I kick you and tell me why you support Trump, you low IQ individual.
Because he's done remarkable things for this country.
Like what?
Similar to what George Washington did.
What?
So what he did was that he made the border control stricter.
How did he make border control stricter?
Like birth control stricter.
How did he make border control stricter?
Border control?
Yeah.
He added a lot of new jobs for ICE members, which increased the workload.
ICE is internal, not external. ICE is not the border. ICE is not the border. ICE is not the border, though. It's internal, not external.
Immigrations and customs enforcement. They enforce the immigrations and customs, which is partially
they do deportations. That's what ICE deals with. They don't deal with the border. That's border patrol. You fucking moron.
No, I didn't say border patrol. I said border control.
Okay, you said border control. Twisting my words here,
right?
But you said border control, right?
Indeed, I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, fucking deporting people has nothing to do with border control, you idiot.
Well, they put them back over the border.
That has nothing to do with quote-unquote border control, you moron.
Why not?
Because that is internal,
well, he also
you fucking stupid idiot.
Well, border control is on our side. The Mexican border control is on their side. So all of it's internal.
Right. Is the border in fucking Michigan?
There's a border with Canada, yes.
You're fucking stupid. You know I'm talking about the southern border.
There is, in fact, a border in Canada.
He's done nothing for that either. We're talking about the Southern American, the Mexican-American border, you fucking dumbass. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, well, so for border control, he's controlling the amount of people entering and exiting the border. So how he's done that is through fear of deportation, which is actually
just violating constitutional rights, human rights, and natural rights. I argue that's what a fascist does. I argue just because there's a decrease in undocumented entry, and the reason is because he's scaring them. I don't think that's a good thing. I think that's a bad thing. In 2028, when Democrats come into power and come into office, they're not going to scare undocumented immigrants. We're going to treat them with love and kindness, just how the Bible says, just how Jesus taught, which I think the right claims to be Christian, but the right isn't Christian because they're anti-Christian. A and B, I would argue as soon soon as Trump becomes a lame duck president after we win the midterms and a blue tsunami, and then we win 2028, they're not going to be able to be fearful anymore. Therefore, all of what he's doing is wrong. Also, he's violating the law in terms of making them terrified. If you think talking for 30 seconds is a monologue, you need to get your you need to,
because you're not letting me reply. You're just saying like 5 points.
Let you reply whenever I'm done talking,
which makes you seem like you're winning them.
Whenever I'm done talking.
All right, let's go one at a time.
You don't talk while I'm talking. Common sense.
Sir, yes, sir.
Go ahead. I'm done talking.
All right. So you said that border control and violating people's rights. You said. Or sorry, ICE specifically is violating people's rights?
ICE and the Trump administration is violating people's rights, yes.
All right, how so?
First Amendment, the Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, and the 14th Amendment. The First Amendment, Mahmoud Khalil.
Freedom of speech, religion, and press. Second Amendment is...
I said when I'm talking, you don't talk.
Sorry, yes, sir, I'll mute myself.
First Amendment, Mahmoud Khalil was illegally detained for months for simply having pro-Palestinian speech. That is a violation of the First Amendment. The Second Amendment, you have the Trump admin trying to ban trans individuals from owning firearms, but in reference to immigration, ICE killed Alex Preddy, who was legally carrying a firearm, and they killed him because of that, and because he was protesting, which is a part of his First Amendment. ICE is violating the Fourth Amendment allowing. I'm not done talking. By allowing ICE agents to continue to go into houses and specifically private properties without any warrant or probable cause. The Fifth Amendment would be due process, along with the 14th Amendment, and on top of the 14th Amendment, the Trump administration violated by trying to pass Executive Order 14160, which was banned and deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, which is a 6-3 conservative. You can talk.
All right, so let me just go back to that Alex Preddy thing, because the first point, I'm not really sure who Abdul Khalid or whatever you said is, like Muhammad al-Sayed or whatever, but I know about Alex Preddy, and he died because he was like a bad person.
Why was he a bad person? I don't think bad people should die in a general sense.
Because he threatened the life of ICE agents.
You think bad people should die? What do you determine to be bad? How do you know whether something is bad or good?
Not necessarily, but yes.
Okay, so when you say his death was justified because he was a bad person,
slave
this doesn't
owners.
apply because you say not necessarily, because you said that not all bad people should die, right?
No, because he threatened the life of ICE officers.
So
is why
he threatened the life of an ICE officer.
Not because he was a bad person. He's a bad person, and he threatened the life of ICE agents.
Okay, how did he threaten the life of an ICE agent? Go ahead.
Absolutely.
How? Dun 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 dun. Make sure everyone on YouTube hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. If you're ever on TikTok, double tap that phone screen, repost the live, share the live, do all the good things. If you guys want to support the live, check out the link tree in the description of the YouTube live stream as well as the TikTok bio. You can find all my social media platforms. I'm quite literally everywhere, in the pay links as well. Over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. It's a new feature we have on YouTube. All right, yeah. How did he threaten the ICE officers? Go ahead.
So you see, threatening people to like the live and saying to like support you and stuff is actually not proving.
You don't answer the question. I'm kicking you, bro. I'm not doing this shit.
He threatened the life. How did he threaten the life of ICE officers? Yes. He said, because he was making them feel threatened by their life.
That's circular. You're saying he threatened their life because he threatened their life, you fucking low IQ moron. I'm asking you how he threatened his life, you
IQ
idiot.
Is misogynistic, so I would recommend you don't bring that up, or there's going to be a whole nother conversation.
You having a low IQ is not misogynistic, you fucking idiot.
No, because I'm a guy, so saying that I have low IQ is very misogynistic.
You don't have a low IQ because you're a guy. Also, that wouldn't be misogyny, you fucking dumbass. You have a low IQ kind of because you're a fucking dumbass.
I think that's kind of circular logic. Saying
is that circular logic?
You have a low IQ because you're dumb is the same, because dumb people have low IQ.
Let me fix it. You have a low IQ because you support Trump, you fucking idiot.
Okay, so that's also kind of circular logic, because you're saying like Trump supporters are dumb. So if you're saying you're dumb because you're dumb, okay. So saying idiots are dumb is kind of circular.
I never said idiots are dumb. You said that.
You
I
said
never
Trump
said idiots
supporters
are
are
dumb.
dumb. You said
No, I
Trump
said Trump
supporters are
supporters are
dumb, and then you said
idiots.
Trump supporters are idiots.
Can you answer the question how he threatened their lives for not pivoting? Go ahead.
Because he was fighting back, and he had
He wasn't fighting
something
back. Why
a
are you
way.
lying?
He was absolutely
What's
fighting
your
back and
evidence?
resisting
What's your evidence?
the videos. What's your evidence that
Pull it
he's
up.
not?
Pull him up. Go ahead. Pull him up.
What's your how am I supposed to screen share? You're the one
I
that's
don't
on the
know.
live
Fucking use a
host.
second device, you low IQ individual. Turn on your camera and show it that way, and I'll put you big screen. You fucking dumbass.
You're the host. Why don't you do it?
I'm not gonna prove your claim. You made the claim he was fighting back. Prove it, you fucking low IQ individual.
I feel like you're just acting on emotion here more than you are on
I don't give a
logic.
fuck what you think I'm acting on. I think you should care more about proving the claim you made, which is that he was fighting ICE agents, which threatened their lives.
Because we all know he's not Mexican, right? So
I don't
if
give
a
a fuck
non,
what you have to say unless you have your claim to prove or concede. Prove it or concede. I'm not letting you talk about anything else.
what does concede mean, buddy?
You're
I bet you
fucking
don't
stupid.
know. I bet you don't know. You're avoiding the question.
Fuck you. Moving on to the next. Yo, are you a Trump supporter? Dun dun dun. You're gonna get aborted here in like 2 seconds if you don't.
Yep.
Are you a Trump supporter?
What's up?
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I am.
Why?
Yeah, I am. Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a great guy. He's supporting everyone that shouldn't be here.
What's one benefit of mass deporting undocumented immigrants?
Less jobs. I mean, more job opportunities for us people who actually were born here.
That's false. According to American Immigration
How?
Council, for every 500,000 immigrants removed, 44,000 U.S.-born workers would lose their job.
Are you rapping or like? Can you talk slower? Are you nervous?
That's false because for every 500,000 undocumented immigrants removed, 44,000 U.S.-born citizens
A little faster.
lose their jobs.
Like normal pace. Hello?
Fuck you. Moving on to the next guest. I'm not doing this shit today. I'm just like simply not. You want to play around, just go fuck yourself. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
You're fucking 12. You're freaking 12. I apologize. Sorry. I was on a streak there. Undocumented is trying to reframe the situation. Undocumented just means here legally. Chudamaxing, who's been saying bro mad and just yapping in the comments section. Hello, do you support Trump?
Yeah, you're a faggot. Go fuck yourself.
12 years old. I'll contact your parents, I'll contact your school, and I'll get your account banned. You're also going to get arrested for that. So I'd suggest you leave right now. That's funny. That's funny. That's pretty funny. For free speech, obviously that's a joke. I'm joking. Why the fuck would I like do that shit? That's fucking. Listen, I blame his parents. Yeah, his parents are fucking disgusting pieces of shit. I guarantee you that. Allowing that type of behavior, and his friends too. Fucking disgusting people. They should get better at. Man, people are not raising their kids right. I'll say that much. I gotta do a better job. I gotta do a better job, quite frankly. Quote unquote, the more we comment on trash like this, the more voice we give them. You commented that. Thank you. I mean, thank you for giving me a voice. YouTube is mainly Trump supporters on average because there's like older people on YouTube, so I wouldn't be surprised if all of them are Trump supporters. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. If you're ever on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. If you haven't already, repost the live, share the live, do all the good things over here on TikTok. If you guys want to support the live stream, the best way you can do so, checking out the link tree. You can find all my social media platforms, as well as the pay links, as well as super chats over on YouTube, which is a new feature we got on YouTube. The link tree is going to be in the description of the YouTube live stream or in the pinned comment, as well as over here on TikTok in the bio. If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. Hello, are you a MAGA Trump supporter?
Oh, yes. Can you hear me?
What state do you live in?
Yes, bro. I know you are talking like Dean Withers because I was just in his live and he didn't let me in. I want to talk to you about very important things, alright? I'm a
Why?
MAGA.
You're not an American.
Why am I not American?
You're not an American. Why would I talk to you? If you
Because
not in a bad way, but what you have to say means nothing because you can't vote.
no,
You don't influence policy.
bro. You
What you
have
say
10
doesn't
people.
matter.
You have 10 people here. Let them hear my opinion.
Even if I have 10 or 100, doesn't matter. My policy still upholds.
Let's see how you debate. Bro. I have a question. If I was to live in America, would you debate me?
If you were an American citizen, I would debate you, but you can have an opinion, but you don't influence policy and you can't influence
I'm back,
elections.
puss. What's up, Beaner boy?
You're Max, maybe? Follow the law, man. You gotta follow the law. Thinking voting matters? It does. You're a low IQ individual if you don't. Why is Biden smiling behind you? Because this is the GOAT. This is the greatest president and the most effective president in modern American history, followed by Obama. True, where are the files? And then someone says, screw the files. Bro, someone on YouTube said, where are the rest of the files, MAGA? The next comment I see, quote unquote, screw the files. Bro, oh my god, don't let these two people meet, bro. Don't let these two people meet. Don't let these two people meet. AutoPen, are you joking? No evidence of that. There's more evidence of Trump using AutoPen than there is Biden. Quoting the law but defending illegal immigrants? Absolutely, I defend undocumented immigrants. Also, it's not a law. I just like trolling, especially if they're not supposed to be on live stream. It's a TikTok policy, but not a law. I didn't know you couldn't tell the difference between an exaggeration. I might restart over here. What's up? If you're over on YouTube, make sure to double tap that phone screen, repost the live, share the live, do all the good things. If you're over here on TikTok, if you're over here on TikTok, double tap that phone screen, repost the live, share the live, do all the good things. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. I appreciate you guys for being here. Sorry. I appreciate you guys for being here, quite frankly. I didn't want to go live now because of the fact that TikTok wouldn't give me push right now. At like 10 p.m. I would get push. You have to say I've never heard of anyone falling up the stairs before Biden, right? Because you knew Trump fell up the stairs too. Like quite literally, that's the reason why you added that word. The files have Obama, Biden, Clinton, Trump in them. They don't have Biden or Obama. That's false. Not in any incriminating way. Clinton, not really. Trump, yes. If Clinton, like that's why we should release the files because Clinton is like a 50-50. There could be some yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Bro. My Zionist, no. There could be some incriminating evidence, but the files haven't been released to the full extent of the law. Republicans stop caring about the files real quick. True, they even violated 4 federal laws to protect pedophiles. Quite frankly. Make sure you guys are double tap that phone screen, repost the live, share the live, do all the good things. Put this out to your story so that it's got shared out to a couple more people. Yeah, I said not in Obama and Biden and Clinton are not in an incriminating way. Clinton maybe if the files are released to the full extent. Trump is. He was credibly accused by a minor of Jeffrey Epstein trafficking her to Donald Trump and Donald Trump raping her. Quote unquote, Obama set up Trump with the FAKE Russian collusion. Not true. There's no evidence of that. The Russian collusion did happen in a 2016 election. Quite frankly. Why am I arguing with YouTube, man? Why am I arguing with YouTube? Trump is unredacted a million times allegedly. True. Clinton and Obama were accused as well. He's the only one talking about his agenda. Obama was never accused in the Epstein files. Neither was Clinton. There are obviously ties between Jeffrey Epstein and Obama, but not necessarily the entire. Hassan Piker for Supreme Leader. I don't understand you, right wing woke. I don't understand you. I really don't. I don't. I think your whole persona is like a troll. I think that's your whole persona. He will block me because he can't handle the truth. You're over on YouTube. I don't block people over on YouTube unless one of my mods, which I only have one on YouTube, unless one of my mods mutes you for like spamming or using caps. Because if you use caps or anything, I'll ban you. Ground communism is the only way forward. Trump aborted Epstein, Florida. Not true. Jeremy's in the files. Who's Jeremy? Just because your name was in the file doesn't mean you're doing anything. I mean that's true, but that's why Obama is mentioned in the files. I think Biden is a couple times, but they're not incriminating, right? Literally nothing to do. They never even had any correlation between Jeffrey Epstein and them. But Donald Trump, on the other hand, was credibly accused by a minor, Jane Doe number 4, in the Epstein files of child rape. That's the difference. Clinton had pictures on the island. Yeah, I would argue photos don't necessarily implicate the individual. I think definitely they definitely had some ties, but I could also just point to like this, right? I could point to that. But this isn't what's incriminating. It's the evidence within the case that is incriminating. So, there's that. There's that. Let's talk to Adam. Adam, hello. Are you a MAGA Trump supporter?
No, I'm a liberal.
Gonna be 18 or older and a MAGA Trump supporter. Would it hold up at a criminal court? There can be circumstantial evidence. There can be direct evidence. Like there's all sorts of evidence. All I said is the evidence. I wasn't being specifically direct with my statement. I would say there's a lot of circumstantial evidence. There's a lot of direct evidence. I mean, with the testimonies of victims, I would gather testimony to be victims and witnesses to be evidence. I would argue that yeah, it would hold up in court if all of the files get released. It would absolutely hold up in court. Absolutely. You were being misleading with my statement. No, I wasn't. It's when I reference evidence, I just mean circumstance, like a mix of both, a mix of circumstantial evidence, a mix of like direct evidence, like both, right? And we're also waiting on half the files, like half of the files left to be released. So, you know, there's that too. Are you a MAGA Trump supporter?
Yeah, of course I am.
Why?
You are?
What state are you from?
I am from Oklahoma.
What time is it?
It is currently 10 o'clock. No, 11.
On the dot?
It's 10 to 11.
So it's 10:50 on the dot.
Yeah, about that.
Is it about that or on the dot?
It's about that.
You gotta be 18 or older. You gotta be American who can vote. Alrighty. If you're a MAGA Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box.
Hello?
Hello, are you a MAGA Trump supporter?
Yes,
Why?
I voted for Trump. I think he's a good president.
Why?
He's doing a lot of things for, like, he's America first and doing a
How?
lot of things for the country.
Like what?
I mean, the war in Iran, taking away their nuclear abilities.
Donald Trump greenlit Iran to build nuclear bombs. Also, this war isn't justified. What's the justification for the war?
What do you mean it's an unjust war? Is that what you said?
This war is not justified. What's your justification for the war?
Taking away their nuclear abilities.
A, we haven't taken away their nuclear abilities, and we won't. We're losing this war objectively. B, I thought Operation Midnight Hammer did this. According to Donald Trump, we completely obliterated nuclear capabilities, unless he was lying. C, Donald Trump greenlit Iran to build nuclear bombs in his first term, so this would just be a contradiction.
So you're saying we're losing the war?
Yes, objectively.
Okay, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, he's still a great president, so
How?
he's like strengthening our relationships with allies.
We started a trade war with Canada, threatened to invade Canada, threatened to invade Greenland, threatened to invade Iceland, threatened to invade Mexico, so on and so forth.
Wait, what? Trump threatened to like annex countries?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not aware of those threats, but I mean, I think he's doing a great job at with NATO and Mark.
He is
Great
quite literally
relationship, Turkey.
considering leaving NATO.
No, like he had a conversation with Mark, Secretary of NATO, about like other countries not paying up, and that's being
Yeah.
resolved right now. They're paying
It's
more.
not. They're paying the exact same amount.
No, like the only country that doesn't want to pay more is Spain, and we're gonna cut all trade with Spain. That's what Trump said. So
Okay.
it's only
So
Spain.
so A, they're paying relatively the same amount because they pay a percentage of their GDP. Just because they pay less than us by a shit ton doesn't mean that they're not being fair or that we're being treated unfair. It's just we have a higher GDP. C, Donald Trump is actively considering leaving NATO. So this wouldn't be like a reason as to why he would make NATO better if he's considering leaving the alliance.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind if we leave because
Wait, so why do
these
you care about
countries.
NATO then?
Look, no, it's like it's a two-way street. They've been taking advantage of us for many
How?
years, and Trump is the first president that said,
How are they
"Wait,
taking
stop for a moment,"
advantage of us?
because we're paying much more than all these countries
Do we have
combined.
do we have a much bigger GDP than those countries?
Probably, but we're just one country,
Precisely the
so
point. So
it's not
then
fair.
that's why. But we're
No,
one
but
country that has a shit ton of. That's like saying, that's like taxes, for example. Let's say you make $100 billion a year, and I make $100,000 a year. Should we
uh-huh.
both be paying $50,000?
No.
Precisely my point. You should be
But
paying a shit ton more than I would be. The same way
I can't believe
as
you're
we
saying
have
this
a
right now.
much bigger GDP.
But these countries are like they're all part of the same union. So
Yeah, and
you can't no, but you can't just say, "Oh, France is like their GDP is lower,
so they're
therefore
gonna pay
they're
a lower
paying."
amount than us.
Yes,
Like
but they
what?
are part of a very big union. So it's not. Look, you're just looking at these countries individually, and I'm trying to say it's like
Yeah,
the
because
United
you're saying
States.
they're paying less.
The union is paying less, yes,
No, the
relatively.
countries individually. What do you mean the union?
But no, you have to. You can't just look at these countries like it's a union.
Okay, what do you mean by it's a union? What do you mean by that?
The EU.
The EU is not NATO.
You gotta no, but you gotta combine. But no,
Why
they're
are we
in
talking
NATO
about EU and NATO? What the fuck? This is
because
stupid.
in NATO you have all the countries that are in the EU. So you got to
Not all
combine all these
countries in the
countries.
EU are in NATO. A NATO country, or all not all
I
NATO
know.
countries are in
I
the
mean,
EU.
yes. So it's like the United States of America against NATO, against the EU in NATO.
What the fuck does this have to do with what you were saying?
Because you're saying, oh, Germany or France, their GDP's lower, therefore they're paying less.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the GDP of EU and not of the GDP of individual
Why are you looking
countries.
at the GDP of EU? What the fuck?
Because they're all
Talking
part of
about
the same
NATO.
group.
Okay, I can give you the same hypothetical. Let's say you pay $100 billion in taxes. Oh no, let's say you pay $1 trillion in taxes every year, or you make $1 trillion every year. And 50 other people make $50,000 every year, right? Obviously, you wouldn't expect them to pay the same. You would still say it's fair if you pay a shit ton more, even if what the 50 people pay combined in taxes is still less than what you pay in taxes. You would still say that's fair.
Okay,
right?
so you're saying these countries have not taken advantage of us
No, they haven't.
for all these years. Okay, so do you support us potentially leaving NATO?
No,
Why?
because
Because they need
NATO is
us.
a defense
Yes,
agreement.
and we pay the most, and they need like
And we
they are
benefit.
heavily
We
reliant
need
on the
them,
United
and
States.
they need us.
What do you mean we need them? They are
We need
heavily
us.
reliant on the United States of America. We don't
And
need
we rely
to be.
on them too.
How so?
How so? Like bases. That's
But
a
you
big
know what
one.
Trump said? We don't need permission to use bases. We can just fly in. Like he said, no one's going to tell us
Right, and if he
that
wants
we
to
can't
start
use
trade
bases.
wars with them, and if he wants to like leave the partnership and start wars, you think if we just go in and build and like have those bases, you think they're not gonna like fight back?
Of course, they're not going to fight back. No one tells
You're
us
a
what to
fucking
do.
low IQ moron.
Do you? No, I'm just going off of what Trump said.
But you're
If a
going based
country
off of
says
reality. If you're going based off what Trump said, you would believe in a shit ton of things that
they
aren't
would
true.
never dare to fight back, and it's
Why?
not. It's
They
not.
know that Iran
No,
is cooking us right now. That they know that we lost to Iran.
we didn't lose.
We
We're
objectively
still.
did.
It's no, because the Strait of Hormuz is U.S. territory, as Trump said it a couple days
Fuck
ago.
you.
It's
Go fuck yourself. Moving on to the next guest. I'm not talking to a moron like him. Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yep.
Why?
Well, actually, the real reason I wanted to come up was I was curious what your biggest goal or how you are going to address the rise in political violence from your progressive side.
I would argue that there is a rise in political violence on the progressive side, and we see this based on statistics. Most of the violent crime is committed by Republicans.
Oh, so you clearly haven't looked at any of the new studies coming out
Yeah,
within the
what
last
study
year
is
and
it?
a half or so.
What study?
There was a Rutgers study that specifically showed there was
Sure, what's the title?
justification. Yeah, Rutgers. Hang on, just you want me to pull it up for you?
Yeah, I'd like a title for the source or for the
Okay.
claim you're about to make. Dun 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 dun. Make sure if you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. You guys can send super chats over on YouTube, as well as clicking the link tree. You can find all my social media and all my pay links, as well as over here on TikTok. Everything's greatly appreciated. I appreciate you guys all. Again, we are looking for some debates. So if you're MAGA, hop up in the guest box. This guest is currently looking for a source that he is claiming to have, so we're gonna wait for that. Thank you for the rose. Hello, are you a MAGA Trump supporter moron?
Yes.
Why?
Well, a big reason is we can identify what a woman is.
Okay, what's a woman?
What is a woman?
I asked you the question first. Why are you pivoting? Why are you burden shifting? Wow. What's a woman? Go ahead.
A lady that can give birth, someone who
A
can give
lady that can
birth,
give birth. So if a lady can't give birth, they're not a
someone,
woman. Wow.
someone who can give
What's a
birth.
man? Can you define a man for me?
Yeah, someone that has genitalia, certain chromosomes that
Genitalia and certain
male,
chromosomes. Do you know what the chromosomes are?
I think it's XY.
XY. Okay, if they have XY, so what about intersex people? Are they not men? Someone who's a XXY?
XXY,
Yeah.
that's means they would have 24 chromosomes.
In the instance of intersex individuals, someone who has XXY, are they a man or a woman?
How many chromosomes do they have?
I'm not. It doesn't. What the fuck are you talking about? You
On a
said a man is
general,
XY. I'm asking you if they are specifically XXY. Are they a man or a woman?
You can't have it's XY or XX. You can't
People
have
have
XXY.
There are individuals that have XXY.
That means that they have 24 chromosomes. You realize
Bro,
that? Well,
there
not
are
24.
individuals that have XXY. Are you denying this?
Are you saying that do
Can
you
you
have a,
answer any of my fucking questions, bro? Are
do
you
wanna
denying
pull
that
it up?
people are intersex?
I believe that their intersex still isn't
Okay, you
changing
said a man
their
is
chromosomes.
XY. If someone has XXY, are they a man? Yes or no?
They don't. Can you show me?
It's a yes or no question.
They don't exist.
You're a fucking stupid moron.
Okay, can you pull it up for me?
I'm gonna run a different argument because you're so fucking stupid. Are you a Christian?
Can you pull it up for
Are
me?
you a Christian? Yes or no?
Are you a Muslim?
Are you a Christian? Yes or
Are
no?
you
I'm
a
not. I'm
Jew?
not. I'm not Muslim. No, I'm not Jewish. No. Are you a Christian? Yes or no? Are you gonna ever fucking answer my questions directly? Just one of them.
I haven't.
I don't want to have to ask 10 times for one single question. That's a waste of my time and a waste of your time and a waste of the viewer's time. Answer one question without me having to ask the question 100 fucking times, you moron.
XXY. What's the source that you
Can
have?
you fucking answer my question? Are you a Christian? Yes or no?
It would be interesting to find.
Do you have a are you Christian? Yes or no?
Where's the XXY chromosome?
Do you support Christianity? Yes or no?
Let me pull it up.
Do you are you a Christian? Yes or no?
Chromosome gender.
Go fuck yourself. Hello, what's your source? Welcome back. What's the title? I can't hear you for some reason. I'll expand you. I can't see. You're gonna need to read that to me. So if you want to unmute. I don't know if you're mute, to be honest. Why can't I hear you? I guess. Let's see here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Is this source biased or unbiased?
This is a Rutgers study. Do you want a YouGov study?
Give me one.
Because it shows you specifically the percentage of people justifying the Tesla burning dealerships, which was specifically.
That's not a violent crime though. No, you said a rise in violent crime.
Burning a dealership with cars in it is
justifying
not
something is not doing it. Justifying something is not doing it.
Violent. Yeah.
No, justifying something is not inherently violent.
What was my question?
Your question was, do you support the rise in political violence on the left?
Not what I asked. I said, what are you going to do about the rise and justification of political violence?
I don't think there's any I don't think that there's a rise in political violence. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at the source that you provided.
Okay, how about the justification?
Hold on. The source. Hold on. The source that you provided. Do assassination cultures. Or how some assassination.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think violent triple K people would support political violence or condemn it? Let me ask you that question.
Violent KKK members would typically support it.
Or actually, I should just say KKK members. No violence in them. Yeah, just people who have triple K thoughts or is in the Klan but hasn't really actually done anything physical to break a law or anything like that. Would you say that those types of people justify political violence or violence against a specific race of people, or do they condemn it?
I think in some instances, in I think many instances they do. Yes.
Okay, so what I'm getting at here is when you have a culture of people that specifically justify a certain action, the people that think that way are more likely.
You don't have any
do
evidence
it.
of this increase in.
Logically,
you don't have any evidence. I can't even find the source. Hold on.
Okay. You can't find the source. It's not that hard to look up Rutgers study assassination culture. You can literally look up Luigi left. That's what they call you guys. That's literally what they call you guys. Did you not make me big screen before? What have you been looking up, big bro?
Yeah, I typed in. I couldn't.
Is this the first time anyone's actually really pressed you? I've been waiting for this.
Yeah,
come on.
You want to get out of the way so I can read it?
I can pull you up another one. I can pull up another one. Yeah, it's not that hard. It's called using keywords to search shit up.
No, because then I can't find it specifically. How burning Teslas are
killing
killing billionaires.
That's how I used it. How is it that I didn't know exactly what the title was, and yet I still found it?
Hold on. How
and you
how
taking you
Teslas
5
and
minutes.
killing billionaires became a meme for the political left?
There you go. There you go. You found it,
Let's
Bubskis.
see.
How
No,
about this one?
I haven't found it yet. Hold on, pause. I haven't found it yet. Pause. Yeah, tell me exactly what you typed into your Google search because I can't find it. I searched up
Bro,
assassination culture, how burning
you
Teslas
are
and
a
killing
pro
billionaires.
DSer. Let me ask you a question.
Hold on.
When's the
Go back
first
to
time
the
that you
study. Hold on.
started
Can you go back
posting
to the
about
other
political
study? Can you
content?
go
We're
back to
about
the
to
other
prove that
study?
you're a
Go
grifter.
back to the other study.
We're about
Go
to
back to the
prove
other
prove
study.
it.
No. Wait.
You
Pause.
can't
Go
find
back
it.
to the
You
other
can't
study.
find it. You
Yeah,
can't
no.
find it.
So I want to
You
find
can't
it. Tell me
find it.
exactly
Look
what
at
you
this
tell
one.
me. No.
It's a dude that's
Buddy. Calm down. Tell me exactly what you typed in for the last study. Word for word. Tell me exactly what you typed in. Read me the title.
what?
Maybe I'm reading it
Make me a big
wrong. Read
screen.
me the title word by word.
Yeah, I literally read it to you.
Yeah, read it
I
again.
literally read it to you. You
Yeah, go
literally
ahead, read
read
it
it
again.
back to yourself.
Okay, so if I
You know
typed
what
in
this
this
is
title and I
called?
couldn't find it, then you're obviously lying.
Make me a big screen. Make me a big screen
Just
then,
read it to
bub.
me. Just read it to me. Read me what you want me to type in.
How can okay, then make me big screen so I can read it. I can't read it when it's this
Okay,
small.
what do you want me to type
Okay.
in? This time I'm doing what you want me to type in. Go ahead.
Are you
Yes.
ready? Rutgers. Tell me when you have that.
I have that.
Assassination culture.
Yep.
How burning Teslas and killing billionaires
Yep.
became a meme aesthetic
Yep.
for political violence. You repeated this already, and I think you're playing dumb. It just shows that
I actually
what you're
didn't
doing is
repeat it word
grifting.
for word.
You did.
No, I didn't say aesthetic. I never
Sorry.
said aesthetic.
Political violence of the left. Sorry. That's what you added in there.
Yeah, I mean, I can
you get
show
it?
you. I can show you this real quick, just so that you know that I'm not lying. Give me a second. I'll show you because I'm not.
Could you not have just cleared your browser before?
Oh, not this one. Sorry. That's a screenshot of someone that I took of a live stream.
Listen, man, real quick, when's the first time you started posting about political content?
I've been doing this for a year. So let's see. We search here. So we search Rutgers
Wait, so
assassination
what's a
culture.
year? So that's post
like a little over a
the
year.
start of the Trump administration.
Yeah. So there's this. I see Rutgers assassination.
Dude, I
culture
can't
on
even
how
see your
burning.
full screen. Okay, go down.
This is all you need to see. I'll click enter just so you know it's refresh. I'll click this. How Rutgers assassination culture, how burning Teslas and killing billionaires became a meme.
Go down.
A meme aesthetic for the political violence. This is Google AI. First thing that comes up, Fox News Network, the Grand Junction.
I can't see. You need to look up what you need to look at the phone.
There's that. Sorry. Fox
NCRI assassination culture belief right there.
Is it this one?
We'll click on it because that's the NCRI. That's literally at the top.
This does not look like the one that you were.
What browser do you have, bro?
This is I am on Google. This is Google.
You must, dude. I swear to God, you are capping.
Google. Hold on. Can you agree that I don't have it on here, right?
You must have cleared it, blocked it from your whole site. That is really the game we're playing.
Bro,
right
what? What is your evidence for that?
That is really the game we're playing right now.
What is your? Do you want me to do it on Yahoo? I'll do it on Yahoo. You know what? I haven't been on Yahoo because I wanted to do it on Google for you because I don't like Yahoo. Okay. I'll do it on Yahoo. This is Yahoo. Okay. This is what is on my Yahoo. Okay.
Okay. Wait. Let's make it very simple for you. Look up. Look, you have it on Yahoo already.
Okay, let's read it. Is it the PDF?
Yes, there you go.
Thank you.
So clearly your Google account's bullshit, and you just blocked the damn
Google account is
link.
bullshit. No, how do I block a link?
That is most certainly the truth. How is it that you found it on Yahoo? I find it on Google in 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know, quite frankly. Let's read it. Following political violence targeting Donald Trump and Elon Musk is becoming increasingly normalized. Yeah, this is biased already because what about the deaths of Melissa Hortman? What about them? Why doesn't it mention that?
Show me which conservatives were. Show me which conservatives.
What about January 6th? What about January 6th and them attempting in this direction? This is obviously politically biased.
Before you get through the first paragraph, really, bro?
Hold on. This is. Can we agree that this is biased if it doesn't mention both sides?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my next study. The YouGov poll will literally show
We're
you
reading
that
one
young
study at a time,
conservatives.
buddy.
Okay. Well, specifically when we're referring to
No,
the age
we're reading
groups
this
and
one
the
study. Can you answer my
ideologies that
question?
are adjusting it,
Can you answer my
YouGov most
question?
certainly does tell you that
Can you answer
young
my question?
liberals are more likely to justify political
Can you answer my
violence.
question? Why isn't this talking about the political violence that the right does on the left?
Yeah, because there's no justification for killing people like the left has done with the right.
Hold on, January 6th isn't justified
Show
by
me
the
what right
president?
wingers.
Hold on,
Show
January
me
6th
what
wasn't
right
justified by the
wingers.
president and all of MAGAs?
Bro, bro.
What? Let's
Show me
continue reading.
what right
Let's continue reading
wingers.
to see what this says.
Show me
Let's
right.
continue. I'll read the
Yeah,
whole thing.
because you
Listen,
didn't get
listen.
cooked in
I
that question.
guarantee you,
You're going
you
to
didn't
get
read all
cooked
the
in that
16
question.
pages. We're gonna read all the 16 pages. Okay, we're gonna read it. Okay, we're gonna read all of them because this is a source you pulled up. Okay, it'll take maybe 20 minutes. Maybe. I don't know how long these pages are. Political violence targeting Donald Trump and Elon Musk has become increasingly normalized following the July 13, 2024 attempted assassination of
Let's just
President
make sure
Trump.
that you're not going
Tolerance.
to interrupt yourself and justify and excuse the actual data. Just to clarify.
I'm not gonna say anything but what the article is
Just
saying.
word for word, no interruptions.
word.
No, this is bias
Yes,
because that's exactly
you're
what
the one
you
who
did.
interrupted me.
Yes, because you couldn't even get through two sentences
Following
of the
July
damn
13, 2024
before
attempted assassination of
saying it's
President.
bias.
Can I continue? This is a really long article and I'd like to
It
finish it.
is. Hopefully you can read it.
Following the July 13, 2024 attempted assassination of President Donald Trump, tolerance and even advocacy for political violence appears to have surged, especially among politically left-leaning segments of the population. This pattern builds on a broader trend NCRI identified in two December 2024 reports, which analyze how viral social media narratives were legitimizing political violence, particularly in the aftermath of the United Healthcare CEO's assassination. The reports found widespread justification for lethal violence, including assassination, among younger, highly online and ideologically left-leaning users, aligned users. A spillover effect into offline domains is already occurring, as illustrated by a ballot measure recently submitted in California named the Luigi Mangione Access to Healthcare Act, quote unquote. A broader, quote unquote, assassination culture appears to be emerging within segments of US public on the extreme left, with expanding targets on now including figures such as Donald Trump and Elon Musk. NCRI has empirically assessed that the shift with original survey data and open source intelligence analysis to assess how normalized and justified the violence against the administration has become in public discourse. The findings signal a threat to public stability and public safety. Key point data include murder justification, 31%, and 38% respondents stated that it would be at least somewhat justified to murder Elon Musk or President Donald Trump, respectively.
Remember that.
These effects were largely driven by respondents self-identify as left or center, within 48% and 55% at least somewhat justify the murder of Elon Musk and the president, respectively.
Remember that one too.
Indicating significantly higher justification for violence against these figures. Property destruction, nearly 40% of respondents, 39.8, stated there would be somewhat acceptable or more to sort of attest to dealership and protest. Psychological / ideological correlations with assassination cultures. These beliefs are highly correlated with one another, as well as the justification of the murder of United Healthcare CEO and hyper-partisan left-wing ideology. This suggests that support for violence is a part of a broad assassination culture, underpinned by psychological and ideological factors. Online amplification and radical ideation. Blue Sky plays a significant and predictive role in amplifying radical ideation. Users are increasingly associating the memification of Luigi Mangione, the calls for political violence against Trump and others, or Musk, Trump, and others, reflecting a growing cyber-social presence of assassination culture. To assess support for political violence, we surveyed 1264 U.S. residents, balanced to reflect census data on race, ethnicity, gender, age, and education. Respondents were asked demographic questions or information, political identity, several political and psychological scales, and questioning concerning their acceptance of specific forms of political violence. A score of 1 meant that the respondent considered political violence completely unjustified. Scores 2 to 7 indicated that they believed that there was at least some justification for political violence. And in the case of choosing 7, that it was completely justified. The survey revealed several troubling needs. Over half of those who self-identified as left or center, 55.2%, reported that if someone murdered Donald Trump, they would be at least somewhat justified. See Figure 1. Similar
Remember that
proportion
one?
supported murdering Musk and destroying Tesla dealerships. This includes
Remember that one?
13%. Can you not interrupt me? That's like the fifth interruption.
I'm just giving you the key points that you need to remember because I know you're
I
going through
probably
it
think
like
I
you're
need
not
to
even
remember.
listening
I probably
to
think
what
I
I'm
forgot all the
saying.
other numbers, and I'm gonna go back and look at them once I'm done.
Okay.
This includes 13% of people who said. This includes 30% who said the murder would be completely justified. Similarly, nearly half of those who self-identified as left center said the murder of Elon Musk would be somewhat justified or greater, with about 9% saying it's completely justified. See Figure 3. Over one-third of all respondents believe it was at least somewhat acceptable to destroy Tesla dealerships to protect Elon Musk's involvement in the presidential administration. Okay, this is the graph. Figure 1. I need to sneeze. Figure 1% of respondents overall chose overall, and those self-identifying as left or center left find violence at least somewhat justified. The bar graph shows how percentage of people and groups selecting the scores from 2 to 7 on the scales assessing support of murdering for Musk and Trump destroying Tesla dealership scores. Of 1 were excluded because such scores meant that respondents considered the perspective from political violence completely unacceptable. Figure 2, percent of sample and their varying degrees of justification for murder of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. For both of the questions, a score of 1 meant that their response considered the murder of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, quote unquote, not at all justified, while a score of 7 meant that the respondent considered the murder of Elon Musk and Donald Trump to be completely justified. Figure 3% identified as the far left or center, and the varying degrees or justification for the murder of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. For both sides questions, a score of 1 meant that the respondent considered the murder of Elon Musk and Donald Trump to be quote unquote not at all justified, while the scores of 7 meant the respondent considered the murder of Elon Musk and Donald Trump completely justified. Okay, page 3. So we've read over 3 pages and we've read over some graphs. What do you want to talk about? We can take a pause and then do another increment of 3. What do you want to talk about
Well, yeah,
after reading these 3?
Well, yeah, I think what you said justified my question to ask you, which is what are you going to do with the rise in justification as well as political violence against big name figures, especially in the conservative movement? It's definitely a concern for our side, especially considering when you poll the younger generation of conservatives, they are the least likely to say that political violence is justified in any means, as opposed to the other side, the young liberal progressives, who most certainly somewhat do justify political violence to achieve an end goal. I think that's a breakdown conversation, and you can't have a conversation with somebody who will then go and justify someone unaliving you. So
sure, I condemn all political violence.
So if it is the question, if it is the case that I ask you, if I come in here in 3 weeks and I say, if I ask you the same question, are you going to give me the same answer of retorting back to, oh, well, right wingers do it?
Well, it is the case that right wingers commit more violent crime in general. That's factual.
Well,
Right? What you're talking about is a justification. What you're talking about is a
justification.
justification. Listen. To be clear, I don't care if people justify the murder of Charlie Kirk. I don't. He was a horrible man. Okay, very horrible man. I don't care.
You just contributed to it. You're contributing.
Can I finish? Can I finish? So I don't care if people justify murder. I obviously myself would never justify murder. The difference is, the difference is, I don't care about some 14-year-old child justifying murder on X. What I care is what the president is doing. That's what I care about, not a 14-year-old X user.
You know what you just
so let's ask you something. Let's ask you something. Let's turn to the tables. Let's ask you something. 90% of Republicans support a violent rapist. Why? Or what are you going to do to contribute? What are you going to do to stop the justification of violent rape?
I'd watch your mouth, considering George Stephanopoulos was sued for the exact
That's
same
great.
thing.
So what are you going to do about 90% of Republicans supporting violent sexual rape? What are you going to do about that?
There's no way that any of them do justify that. If you
They
want to
do,
go
because
into
they justify it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You're going to contribute into the justification of violent sexual rape. Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, there's no credible evidence at
There is. There
all
was
within
witness
that case.
testimony. There was the Hollywood Access tapes. There was enough credible evidence to make a jury believe that there was 51% or more,
It's sorry,
51 to 90 to
misspoke.
100% more that he was guilty of rape.
Sorry, misspoke. Confirmatory evidence
Define
that this
confirmatory evidence.
actually
Go ahead.
exists. Define confirmatory,
Yes.
hard, positive evidence that would
Define
confirm
hard
they were at
positive
the
evidence.
same place at the same
What do you justify to be hard? What do you justify to be hard proving evidence? What do you justify?
Something positive like specifically maybe a camera or specifically multiple people
Okay, so if there's no
corroborating the
camera,
story.
if this happened alone in the woods and someone got raped, therefore they're not a rape victim. Wow, you're contributing to supporting a violent rapist and actually contributing into supporting violent rape.
It's not the
Right.
case. That's not the case. It's just that in the case
Okay, so
of
then what do you justify? What's your
are you
justification
gonna
for like
are
the
you gonna
fact
let
that?
me answer? Are you gonna
Well,
let me answer? Or are
because
you
that's a
just gonna try
contradiction.
and roll over it?
Well, that's a contradiction. So I'd like you to address that. Go
How
ahead.
is it a contradiction?
Because you're saying that the answer to my question was that there needs to be a camera or multiple people, and then I ask you, what if there's not a camera? What if there's not multiple people? Were they raped? And you would still say yes in that instance.
Well,
Where you knew with 100% certainty.
the circumstances are different because we're talking about a specific political figure, one of the actually the most famous man in the world, which is Donald
Why
Trump.
does that matter?
You need
What
to
is the
have,
relevant
you
difference?
need to have you need to have a better standard of evidence because he's a public figure, which anyone can say anything about. Specifically, like let me ask you a
Can't
question.
anyone
Did
say
you-
anything
did-
about you
let me
even though
ask
you're
you a
not a
question.
public figure?
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on, can't
Did
any
you
one of your friends say
initially-
anything about you even though you're not a public
Hang on,
figure?
bro. Hang on, bro. You're
Hold
not allowed
on,
to ask
you
me
made a
questions
claim. You made a claim. I'd like to address your claim.
Yeah,
You made the
yeah,
claim
and
that there needs to be more evidence for Donald Trump. Hold on, you made a claim that there needs to be more evidence for Donald Trump.
I need to ask the question.
Hold on. No, you're
Did
not
you
gonna ask me a
believe-
question. You're not gonna
did
ask
you
me a question.
believe-
You're not gonna
did
ask
you
me a
believe
question.
the
You're not gonna ask me a
allegations
question. You're not gonna ask me a question.
Did you believe the
You're not gonna
allegations
ask me a
against
question.
James?
You're not gonna ask me a question.
No,
You made the
because
claim
it's
that you need
damning.
more evidence against Donald
It's damaging
Trump
for you.
because he is a public figure and anyone could say anything about him. Can't any one of your friends or someone you met once say anything about you? What is the difference?
Well, because the difference is that I'm not a public figure. There's no
Why is
real
that a relevant
incentive in terms
difference?
of there's no real incentive in terms of money wise, because that's
Okay.
what I think.
So now
E.J.
you're
Carroll's
saying that she did it for money?
incentive was. Yes, she
What's
literally.
your justification
Let
for
me
that?
ask. Let me. Oh,
No,
okay.
you're not asking me a
I'm about
question.
to
I'm
bust your ass with
interrogating your
this.
view.
I'm about to bust your. Yeah. Get ready. Ask the question.
So hold on. I'm interrogating your view. I will ask you as many questions as I need to. Once I'm done interrogating your
ask the
view,
question. I
you
know
can
what you're gonna
interrogate
ask.
mine. The question is, what is your justification that leads you to believe that E. Carroll did it for money? Go ahead.
Yeah. Are you aware of the interview that
Why
she
are
did
you
with
asking me a
Rachel Maddow?
question?
Yeah, because I'm answering the question. I'm
You're
literally
answering a
answering
question with a question?
I'm asking if you're aware of a specific clip. Are you aware that she went on national TV with Rachel Maddow and specifically bragged about the money that she was going to get? With that, saying that she was going to go shopping with Rachel Maddow, maybe buy a house. That is, can you explain to me any other great
What the
victim
fuck
that
else is
brags
she gonna
about
do?
things?
Hold on. What the fuck else is she gonna
You
do with $80 million?
you literally just asked.
Listen,
this, you know what this is called?
listen.
You know
Hold
what this
on.
is called? This is
Listen.
called a goalpost shift.
Listen.
Look,
This is not a
goalpost
goalpost
here,
shift.
goalpost here, goalpost over here now.
Yeah.
That's
listen,
what it is.
Listen, buddy, calm down. Your passion is up here. I need you down here. Passion levels
Yeah,
are up
because you
here. I
don't
need
know
you
what
down
you're
here.
talking about.
Yeah, your
You have
passion
no idea
levels
what
are
you're
your
talking
passion
about.
levels are all the way at the
just-
top. You need to reduce
you
them. Okay.
just-
Calm down. Passion. Less passion. Less energy. Okay. I asked you a question. What is your justification that leads you to believe that she was doing it for money? You then said she went on an interview and said and told us what she was going to use the money for. I honestly think that
To
that
go
is
shopping.
very. Why are you interrupting me? I honestly
To
think
go shopping.
I honestly think that is very transparent of her. Right? She's not hiding what she's. Shut up! Why are you interrupting me? I think that that's very transparent of her. She's telling us what she's gonna do with her money. Hey, listen, to each his own. If a victim of a sexual assault gets millions of dollars, I don't care if they spend it on buying a house. I don't care if they spend it on going shopping. They deserve that and so much more. This isn't a justification because what you're saying now is if any rape victim gets money in the context of a civil court and they spend that money on shopping sprees and they spend that money on housing, then they're not truly a rape victim and they did it for money. You're on mute. Go ahead, unmute and address what I said.
Yeah, Nimrod, that's not the argument. You specifically straw man me.
I steel manned it. But what's
No,
the
you didn't.
contradiction? Okay, what is the relevant difference from what I said and what
The
you said?
specific. Okay, was my argument that she said she was going to go spend the money on anything,
I
or
said
actually
shopping.
specific?
I said it. I said
What's
if a rape victim in general gets money from a civil court, and you 100% know that they're a rape victim, and they spend the money on shopping and
that she
housing,
jokes?
you think that they did it for money.
Well, specifically, I'm not inclined to believe somebody who says that they were raped and then jokes about the money that she's getting from being raped. So specifically, I'm not going to believe that. Nonetheless, you also
Okay,
are
but you're not
aware.
telling me why. Because again, your your your
That
your
is
your
telling you
ideology
why.
doesn't uphold
That
in
is
another
telling you.
scenario. Because
Okay, okay.
again, you're telling me, hold on, because this is a contradiction again. You're telling me that in one scenario, E. Jean Carroll, she tells us what she's going to spend the money on, okay? But in the other scenario, like if a rape victim who won millions of dollars in a civil court, and you know beyond a reasonable doubt that she got raped, if she told you, for example, that she was going to spend it on like shopping, you're saying that she did it for money and that she's not a true rape victim. In this instance, any rape victim that gets any amount of money and spends that money on a shopping spree, they're not true rape victims. They did it for the money.
Yeah. So specifically, the argument is simply put that. Why did you turn that off? The argument simply put that I am not going to believe somebody that is not, well, women. Can you specifically name me any other instance of a woman bragging about the money that she's going to get using it on shopping, specifically in regards to a civil case?
Absence of evidence isn't
Specifically,
evidence.
well, no, this is just specifically talking about human nature. Usually, someone, you would be inclined to believe that usually the event is so traumatic that they aren't even willing to say or even comment on the money because it's that traumatic that the money doesn't matter. So when somebody and a victim actually comes forward, I am not inclined to believe her. There's many other reasons why I do not believe
But
her.
why?
But
Why
one
aren't
of
you inclined to
those,
believe her? Hold on, wait. So if you knew
okay,
beyond a reasonable doubt, that a rape victim got raped, but then she went
this
on live television and
This
said,
this
and
case
she was
this
gloating
case was
about,
not this case did not prove without a reasonable
okay,
doubt. Or
I'll get there. But again, you said, or
okay,
you're
then
claiming
then
now,
it's
if
just
you,
analogous.
okay,
It's just
whatever. So, okay,
analogous.
sure, I'll make an
Okay,
analogous.
whatever.
What
Then
is the
just
reasonable
ask me a
doubt? Go
question.
ahead. What is the reasonable doubt in the case? What is the reasonable doubt
Huh?
in the case?
That there's actually, well, specifically this is a civil case that they had to change the law
Right. So
law
what is it?
protections
Not
go
for
after
her.
Donald Trump.
Not for her. Also, that isn't reasonable doubt. Changing the
He
law
was one of
to
the
be able
first
to
ones to
hold on.
initiate it. What do you think
Changing the
was
law to
that?
go after the rape victim doesn't mean that they're not rape victims. They're literally allowing them to go after the rape victims and change the law. I think that's fucking base. I think there shouldn't be statute of limitations. A, but B, what is the reasonable doubt? What is the reasonable doubt in the case that leads you to believe that Donald Trump didn't rape E. Jean Carroll?
Just that she's not a credible witness.
Not a credible witness. How do you determine, and what do you determine, and why are you
Past
the one to
comments.
determine what's a credible witness?
Past comments. I'm
Past
my own
comments?
person. I'm my
So
own person.
past comments?
I can believe what I so please.
But you have to
That's
justify
why.
your belief. This is the
Yeah,
debate.
I've been justifying it.
No, you
Although
didn't. Hold on.
you just keep shifting the goalposts.
You said that the reasonable doubt to this case is that you think she's not a actual like
She's not a credible
a
witness.
credible witness, and you're saying that
Yeah.
you believe that therefore it's true. Justify it.
If
Because if you want to go
someone's not
based on that,
credible,
if you want to go based on she's not a credible witness,
if
Donald
you are
Trump told
not if you are
34,000
not a
confirmed lies.
credible
Hold on,
witness,
if you want to go back, if you want to go based on lies, if you want to go based on the fact of characters, Donald Trump told 34,000 confirmed lies in his first term. Donald Trump lied about meeting her. Donald Trump literally said that he would sexually exploit naked women and children. Donald Trump said that he grabbed women by the pussy without asking. Right. So if you want to go based on past comments, then you should hold Donald Trump to the same standard.
are you a
No.
destiny orbiter, bro?
One more time.
Are you a destiny orbiter? Because lockjaw going on at the mouth, not letting me get off the
That's
word.
great. Can you address anything I said?
No, I can't because you just completely meth mouth. Just blah 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 blah.
So I can
How about
use
you actually let me make
less
the
words.
argument?
I can use less words.
How
Donald,
about
if
how
you
about you
if
actually how
I
about
can
you
I'll
actually
use
let
less
me make
less
the
than 30
argument?
words.
Let
If
me make the
Donald Trump,
argument.
hold on. If
Like I
Donald
said,
if you want to go based on past comments, then you should hold Trump to the same standard. He said he grabs women by the pussy without asking. He said he sexually exploited children. That's 31 words. So if you want to go based on past comments, and that's your justification that she's unreliable and that's a reasonable doubt, well, my beyond a reasonable doubt is his past comments and the fact that he said he sexually exploited women and girls at his pageants, and the fact that he said he can grab women by the pussy without asking whenever he's in a position of power.
For someone's guilt, you idiot.
Then how does this justify the reasonable doubt? You fucking moron! You low IQ idiot!
If the person, I can give you specifically the things that I'm about to give you, the quotes that I can give you from E. Jean Carroll were not admitted into court because they weren't allowed into court. That's the specific reason. There's a specific famous video of Trump saying they denied me and her putting the cat's name as vagina, which is a discreditable fact as a matter in terms of who's actually accusing him. And not to mention, she's also said things like money and power are weapon or are objects of a career, and sex is the weapon used to obtain them. Specifically, she also has said, tweeted. This is tweeted. There's no such thing as sluts, only sexual geniuses. She's accused multiple other people of specifically
Name five.
SA.
Name five.
Well, Les Nunez was one. She said that her
name
her
four
old
more. Name four more.
Yeah, her old babysitter's boyfriend specifically assaulted her. There
What's
was
his
a
name?
boy who
What's his name?
I don't know. She didn't give his name. This is in the
No
book,
name?
you idiot.
So then, how do you know?
Yeah, I know more about E. Jean Carroll than you do.
How do you know? What are the names of the 21 other people she accused? Go ahead. You named one other one. You couldn't give me any other names.
Yeah, I could give you 2 to 3 right now.
Okay, so you can only give me two. Trump and the guy in the elevator that she accused, right?
I also was prepared to give you 2 more.
Okay, name them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just said her old babysitter's.
What's their name?
Her first babysitter's boyfriend. She does not give the name.
So you don't have a name, right? You don't have a name. Okay, what's the fourth one that you claim to have? What's the fourth one you claim to have? Go ahead.
The other one was a specific boy from college that she said they went to go look at flowers. They pushed them.
Yeah, what's the name?
She's not going to give the personal names.
But she gave the names of 2 people, but not the other ones. Very likely. And I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Do you think that people are raped more than once? Hold on. Do you think people are raped more than once?
What?
If someone is raped more than once by different people, under your worldview, that means they're not credible. Because they're accusing multiple people, right?
No,
there are many women and girls.
You don't know how to argue, actually, and
that's what you're saying,
doing
right?
a terrible job of strawmanning. No,
I'm not strawmanning. I'm steelmanning your argument. You said she accused. You said hold on. You said she accused multiple people.
Actually, it means this. You know what that's called? It's a red herring. Actually,
no, that's not a red herring. That's a steel man. I'm asking you if this is your argument.
You're trying to actually. Well, basically, trying to make people. Yeah, you're trying to make me or make the audience look past my actual point. Which is not that.
So hold on. Let me steelman your argument.
Can you let me make the argument, Bubskis?
You already made an argument. I'm gonna steelman your argument. Okay. You said that she accused multiple people, therefore she's not credible. Is that your argument? You're on mute. Unmute.
Are you streaming this on YouTube?
It's just a yes or no.
Is it a yes or no? Are you streaming this on YouTube?
Is that your argument? Yes or no?
What is it? Just steelman it again.
Sure. The rough steelman of the argument. The rough steelman of your argument is that she accused what you can name, only you can name 2, but what you can bring up is 4 people. Therefore, you are inclined to believe that she is not credible. Is that a steelman of your argument? Yes or no?
It's the preponderance of evidence specifically against E. Jean Carroll that you cannot understand because you
is that a steelman of your argument? Yes or no?
No.
No? Okay, so then what is your argument? Make it very clear. Make it less than 2 sentences.
The evidence, the main argument is with the preponderance of evidence that I have against E. Jean Carroll that everyone else can find themselves. Specifically,
what preponderance of evidence do you have that she lied about this?
She is
so let me steelman your argument. You made an argument. You made a claim.
You can't
let me
even
steelman the claim.
Finish, bro.
I don't need you to go on this long rant. Okay, the claim that you made,
Mass mouth.
the claim that you made, is you have a preponderance of
Lockjaw,
evidence.
mass mouth.
The claim that you made is that you have a preponderance of evidence against E. Jean Carroll. Like what? That she lied? I need a clarifying question. Is the preponderance of
You
evidence
know
that
what?
she
The better
lied about
question
her
is,
being
why don't
raped?
you tell me everything I've named? Why don't you tell me everything I named? Then you'll have a proper
You've named
seal.
quotes of her cat of her cat and of her saying that her cat was named Vagina, that there are not that sexual there's only sexual what's the word that you said? Something about like there's no
She
sluts,
said
there's only sexual people. Something like that.
there's no such thing as sluts, only sexual geniuses.
Geniuses, there we go. Yeah. You're like all these quotes of hers. So what I'm asking you, is
Made
the
on public,
preponderance
made on
is the
public social media
preponderance
platforms, by the way.
is the preponderance of evidence that you have against E. Jean Carroll is the fact that she lied about the rape that she got raped? Is that what leads you to believe after the preponderance of evidence that you claim to have?
In a civil case, it most certainly would lead you to say this is not a credible person to bring an accusation like this. Therefore, a case should be thrown out.
Oh, you're so fucking stupid. Again, the steelman of your argument is that you have a preponderance of evidence against E. Jean Carroll. Against what? What about her? About her lying?
But she's not a credible person to make an accusation about the most famous man in the world.
She's not a credible person to make an accusation against the most famous man in the world? That's what the preponderance of evidence leads you to believe?
Yes. It's not that hard, dude.
Okay, so do you believe the allegations against Graham Plattner?
I don't know anything about that to speak on it.
Do you know any? Do you believe any allegations?
Most certainly, it should. Most certainly, believe all women, right? The same way.
Let me ask you a question. Listen. Absolutely, you just conceded to your whole argument. You just conceded to your whole argument. I'm not done interrogating your view. I've been interrogating your view this whole time. You just conceded your whole argument. You believe the allegations against Graham Plattner.
It's not going to be a one-sided
the victim. You can interrogate my argument once I'm finished. Once I am done.
Posts talking about that.
Yeah.
I've made posts saying I don't really care about it. It has nothing to do with me. Why would I care about it?
Once I reach the natural end of my interrogation, you can interrogate my argument. Okay. If you have a clarifying question, that's fine.
You have no argument.
So again.
You
said you believe that the victim against Graham Plattner. Hold on. You said you believe the victim. You said you believe the victim against Graham Plattner. The victim against Graham Plattner.
No, I didn't. No, I
literally said yes. You said under. You literally said yes. You said
under
based on your
yes.
Yeah.
Under the progressive worldview, I was just making a comment.
So you don't believe the victims against Graham Plattner? I just need a yes or no. Do you or do you not?
No. You want to know why?
Why? Why don't you believe him?
Because I haven't seen the evidence against him specifically.
So because you haven't seen evidence, therefore you shouldn't believe it. Are you a Christian?
I would classify myself as a Christian. Did you
What's
believe
the evidence that God
Dean's
exists?
allegations? Did you believe Dean's allegations?
What's the evidence that? Nope, I'm not done interrogating your view. What's the evidence that God exists? What's the evidence that God exists?
Look out in the world. I mean,
correlation causation fallacy. That's a correlation causation fallacy. No, what's the evidence that God exists? Hold on, if you can't give me any evidence that God exists, therefore God doesn't exist, right?
Do you want the answer or no?
Yeah, what's the evidence that God exists? Go ahead.
How about we have a real moderated debate?
I don't know who you are, buddy. Can you answer the question?
How many followers do you have?
Can you answer the question?
Let's see. Okay, I have more than you, bitch.
Yeah, I'm also on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I have thousands, and I get quarter million views every month.
So I can pull this. And call you out specifically.
What do you want me? What do you want to call me out on?
I want to debate with you, a moderated debate where you don't have.
Why would I do that?
Are you not willing to defend your views? No, you are specifically mute-modding me, not letting me ask any questions.
Because I'm interrogating your view. Can you answer my question? What evidence do you have that God exists?
You're not answering questions because you don't want to answer questions. Don't even.
I'll answer. Okay, if you answer this question, if you answer this one final question, hold on. If you answer this one final question, I will not ask any questions except for clarifying questions, and then I will answer every single one of your questions for the next 5 to 10 minutes. If you answer this one question,
you don't get.
What is your evidence that God exists?
You don't get it. Yeah. Okay. You want the answer? You want my honest answer? Okay. Yeah. The hardest one is specifically the fine-tuning argument.
One more time.
Fine-tuning argument. Have you ever heard that one?
Give me the fine-tuning argument.
Well, it's specifically that with the specific way that gravity is and the equations and whatnot, if it was off by I don't know the way that they measure it, but because I'm not well versed in gravity nor philosophically, but I do know that the Earth and the way to sustain life is very, very fine tuned to the point where if anything was miscalculated by a fraction of a fraction, life would not exist. That is the main argument. Now, let me ask you the
Correlation
question:
causation fallacy.
why
That's a
you
correlation
can keep
causation
saying
fallacy.
correlation,
Hold on, can you agree that's a fallacy? You're saying just because something happened, therefore this is the case. I can point to science. I can point to science like science. Hey, that's what caused it, right? That's what caused the whole planet. That's a correlation causation fallacy. Unless you can prove.
Philosophy's not my
I
thing.
didn't interrupt you while you were answering. Unless you can prove that it was God, you have no evidence, and that's a correlation fallacy.
Let me ask a question.
Hold on. No, because you haven't answered my question. You haven't answered my question.
Okay,
The
buddy,
original
thanks for
question.
telling me.
The original question was what evidence you have that God exists. You gave a correlation causation fallacy answer, which means you didn't answer the question. So do you have any evidence
heard the
that
fine-tuning
God?
argument?
You just gave me the fine tuning argument.
So you've never heard the fine-tuning argument?
I don't debate religion. I don't debate religion.
Then why
but hold
are you
on.
asking me if God exists? You're
Because-
literally
hold on.
you don't debate philosophy, and yet you are so
You
stumped
clearly
that
don't
you will
either.
ask me a question about believing in
You
God.
clearly don't either. Because the reason why this is a
So-
correlation causation argument. Hold on. Because you're saying because everything is
Okay, I'll
so
let you prattle for
perfect.
2 minutes, and then let me ask my question.
I let you talk for 2 minutes while answering one simple question. You're saying because everything is so perfect, it is the case that God had to create it. Well, you still haven't proved that God exists. I'm asking you, prove that God exists without using correlation causation. I can say Spider-Man did it because everything is so perfect. Spider-Man did it, right? What's your argument to that? Hold on. I can say because everything is so perfect, the same argument you did, Spider-Man is God. What is your argument against that?
This is weak, my friend.
What is your argument against that? What is your argument against that? Give me an argument.
Is that another question?
No, I'm asking you to give me an argument.
No.
It's not a question in relevance. I'm not interrogating your claim. I'm asking you to give me an argument. I'm asking you to interrogate my claim.
How about we ask this?
Can you answer my question?
You can get your own moderator. You can get one of your buddies. We can jump on the Discord call.
Can you answer my question though?
We can have a proper moderator.
Can you answer? Can you answer my question? Like, what if I say because everything is so perfect, Spider-Man's God? What's your rebuttal?
I'm not arguing philosophy.
No, you don't have a rebuttal. Okay, sure.
Yeah, well,
no
you
rebuttal?
You don't even know what the fine tuning argument is.
Of course, I knew what it was. I know the basics of a debate with religion. Of course, I knew what it was.
You didn't even know what it was.
I did.
No, you didn't. You just admitted you didn't.
Oh, hold on. I just because I asked you.
Usually people who are aware of what someone's about to say, they'll stop them and say, "Hey, I already know what you're going to say."
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
And not to mention, you know who else?
I want you to give your whole.
Who's one of the most famous atheists?
I would like you. I would hold on.
Pivoting. You're talking to me about if God exists when we were talking about E.G. Carroll, and before that we were talking about political violence. You want to talk about shifting goalposts and changing topics? Really?
Hold on.
Give me a break, bro.
If I said because everything is so perfect,
is that another
Spider-Man
question?
Exists,
is that another question?
If a follow-up question. No follow-up questions allowed?
Guess what? I'm not granting the follow-up question. Answer my question.
No, that's right. Go ahead. What question do you have? Sure, go ahead.
If you feel so strongly to go on live on TikTok, I don't think you would mind having a 45 to an hour and a half minute discussion with someone like me, with a moderator who specifically will not let you mute when somebody's making a proper argument.
That's your question?
So are you willing to do that?
I didn't hear a question.
Are you willing to do that? That's my question.
No.
Didn't think so.
You gotta pay me like $200.
For what?
To debate you. So what's your argument?
Shows you can really stand.
I said, well, you have the option. I'll answer any questions for the next 10 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes. Ask me any questions. Go ahead. I'll answer all of them.
No, I don't need to. That's all I needed.
What? So you were complaining about me asking you all these questions, and then I stumped you on when I said if everything is perfect, I blame Spider-Man because of perfectness, and you were not able to rebuttal that. And I finally give you the floor because you didn't grant that follow-up question. And now you're saying you don't want to ask questions? Brother!
Notice how you're talking about philosophy?
Oh my god.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't kicked me at this point, honestly.
Because you don't have any questions for me? You have no questions? Hold on, you have 0 questions for me? Brother. Oh my god. He left, by the way. Quite literally ran after I asked him the question if everything was perfect. Was I blame Spider-Man? Right. The whole point of bringing up Christianity is that he doesn't have any evidence that God exists. Therefore, he was saying like something about Agent Carroll and Donald Trump, and that there's like no evidence, yada yada yada. So there's that.
What a joke. Yo, you are so funny. The
So
fact that you just
do you have any
said,
questions for me?
I asked him how God exists, and then we were talking about E.G. Carroll, and then we were talking about political violence. Yeah, what a goalpost show.
Yeah, so do you have any questions for me? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Any
what are you
questions?
going to do about the rise in political violence when you justified it, saying, actually, I don't care if people justify the murder of Charlie Kirk? So answer that
So that's your
question.
question? That's your question? Yeah, I mean, I don't care if people justify Charlie
Nope,
Kirk's death.
that's not a good answer. That's not a good answer. Answer it correctly.
What was your question? Repeat.
It's not a good. Go ahead, answer.
What was your question? Repeat.
I'm waiting.
What was your question? I didn't understand your question.
Does Daddy need to repeat himself twice?
Yeah, bro, you're weird, but you're fucking weird. The fuck?
Talk about
You resorted to being sexual? Yo, that's how you know you lost, bro. You resorted to being sexual on a political debate stream, bro, after getting cooked about Spider-Man. When you resort to being sexual after, like, that's cooked, bro. That's how you know you lost.
Well,
listen, I don't want to have
Daddy-
sex with you. I don't want to have sex with you, okay? You gotta ask the next person.
Listen, I know all the women in your life have told you that. It's okay, my friend.
Great. So what was the question you asked me? Go ahead.
I'm waiting.
I'm asking. Okay, the question that you asked me, what's 2 plus 2? That's 4. Unless you want to like clarify on the question. I didn't understand the question. So what's the question? Because I heard the question was what's 2 plus 2. I'll give you my answer. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the question? Is that my answer? Is that good enough?
You can just say you didn't hear the question, or actually you didn't listen to it.
No shit. I said I didn't understand your question like for the third
So
time.
then what? All right, I'm going to ask it very, very slowly.
Go ahead.
What are you going to do about the rise and justification of political violence, specifically when you said, I condemn it, all political violence, while also saying 5 minutes later, actually, I don't care if people justify the murder of Charlie Kirk because he was a bad person or because he said bad things. So how does that not conflict with each other? That's a contradictory statement.
That was like 4 sentences. The question typically should be like 1 or 2. So can you repeat the question? That was like 2 sentences. You asked me how is that not contradictory? And then you asked me what am I going to do about something. Those are 2 different questions. I'd like you to ask one at a time because I'm a low IQ individual. So ask me one at a time. Go ahead.
Certified grifter.
What's the I'm a grifter for sure. Linked in the bio. So what was the one question you had? What's the question?
How long have you been doing this?
What's the question? You asked me 2 questions. Which one do you want me to address? What's the question?
Did
Okay,
you believe? Actually, let me ask you this question.
Wow.
Did you believe the allegations against Dean when you first heard them?
Did I believe about the allegations when I first heard them?
Yeah.
No, because when I first heard them was when Dean was presenting his evidence. So the evidence was pretty clear that there were false allegations. I didn't hear
Dean
prior to that point.
Dean posted that like 3 days post. So you're saying you weren't on social media before then?
I'm saying I didn't see any clips or on his live stream the 3 days prior, yes. And I didn't see any social media posts talking about it until he talked about it and made the post. So my answer is no, I didn't believe it. So is that what other question do you have? You have like 7 minutes left. If you want to waste your time, asking me dumb questions, feel free to do so. But what's your other question?
Why even ask good faith questions? You know?
Why even ask good faith questions?
This guy already proved himself to literally block the link that I tried to show him on his Google account, and then when he tried to pull it up,
you have no evidence of that because I didn't do that.
Okay, then explain why you couldn't find the link, and then you found it right on Yahoo. You literally posted the exact same thing. That's literally the title. Don't even give me no bullshit. There's the same shit with Parker.
Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question? So the reason why I think that I couldn't specifically find it the first couple times is because I didn't
Yeah, how long?
do
How
it.
long do you think?
Wow.
Yeah, let me ask you. How long do you think this is going to last for you?
What?
This whole political thing.
For the rest of my life.
Basically
Yeah.
doing this for your own political expediency.
Yeah, for the rest of my life. Yeah. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
okay.
unrelated questions to the debate. You have like 5 minutes left.
Well, we're not acting in good faith, are we?
I answered all your questions.
No, you didn't.
Name one question I didn't answer.
Practically about all of them.
Name one.
The first question I asked you.
Which was?
The second question I asked you.
What was the first question you asked me?
The third question I asked you.
What was the first question you asked me?
The fourth question I asked you.
What was the first question
The
you asked
fifth
me?
question I asked you. The sixth question I asked you. I'm gonna hop off here.
What was the first question you asked me? Go ahead.
I'm gonna hop off here, my man, because
You're gonna run away because you're scared you're a coward. Spider-Man is God. Under your worldview, Spider-Man's God. Under your worldview, God doesn't exist. What a great Christian you are. What a great Christian. What a great Christian. Under your worldview, you think Spider-Man doesn't exist, right? No, under your worldview, you think God doesn't exist, and you think Spider-Man's God at the same time. Yeah, run away, coward. Run away, beta. Run away, beta boy. Run away. You're not a man. You're a beta boy. Run away. Run away, beta boy. Go ahead, cuck. Run away, cuck. Go ahead.
Have fun, bro.
Yeah, run away, beta. Good boy. Good boy. What a good boy. What a good boy. Moving on to the next guest. I'm sorry, that was pretty funny. Rage baiting him. Like halfway into the conversation, it was just rage bait. Hello to eSport Trump.
I do.
Why?
Well, I was just going to quickly, you said that in that Carol case she had witnesses. Can you give me the witnesses, please?
Yeah, it was her friend's testimonies that she told right after she got raped.
Well, okay, so when did that happen? What was the date of the assault?
The date of the assault was between 1995 and 1996.
So how did she do it right after, though? Because they stated they didn't know the date either.
What?
I'm reading their testimony. They didn't have a date either.
If they don't remember when E. Jean Carroll told her, that's not like a reason to believe she didn't get raped.
I'm just asking.
Hold on.
Do you not think it's fair that you should give me a date that this alleged assault happened?
She got raped in the 1995 and 1996.
That's not a date. That's a 365-day window.
Yeah, that's a year.
Okay, so you just said she told her friends right after the assault happened, but both of them didn't have the date either, or couldn't say when E. Jean Carroll told them.
When was the last time you ate like pasta?
I'm just asking. I
do, and I think that's fine if they don't remember. I have a question for you, a follow up. When was the last time you ate pasta?
Why would that be okay if they can't give a date? Isn't that
because again, not remembering?
That's three people. That's three people.
Them not remembering a date doesn't mean that it didn't happen. I have a question for you.
You can't even give me a year.
1995, 1996. That's within a year.
That's
you admitted
years.
it.
I said I want a year.
What? Define a year. Go ahead. What's a year?
Again, give me a date. You gave me
a year.
No,
hold on. You said to give you a year. Define a year. What's the definition of a year?
Yeah, 1 year.
Define a year. That's circular. Define a year.
1 day.
1 day is a year? What the fuck?
No, listen, little boy. I know you get mad and you're trying to fast talk. So give me 1 year. You gave me
1 year.
two.
Yeah, 1995, 1996.
That's 2 years. I want 1 year.
I think we're getting our terms mixed up. Can you define year?
Okay, so if I stated this happened in 1995, that's a year, correct?
Can you define year?
Yes or no?
No, that wouldn't necessarily be a year.
So if I say this happened September of 1995, that's not a year and a month?
That would be a year and a month, yes.
Okay, so you said 1995 to 1996. That's 2 years. That's two.
No, that's 1 year.
That's 2 separate years.
1 year.
How is it one?
Because a year.
So if she said September of 1995.
Oh, you asked me a question.
And then she says September of 1996. Is that 2 different years?
That is 2 different.
Yes or no?
That is 2 different calendar years. Yes.
So again,
that is 1 year.
You just gave her 24 different months to use, correct?
What?
Yes or no?
September 1995 to September 1996 is not 24 months.
No, it's not, kid. I just asked you a separate question. Keep up.
She got raped between
1995 to 1996. That's 24 different months.
Late 1995, early.
No, now you're adding. Don't add, little boy. You didn't say that originally. You said 1995 to 1996. You didn't say late.
Sure.
So why
I
you
didn't
keep
say that. You're
adding
right.
stuff? You sound
This
just
is
like
the first
E.G. and
time.
Carroll.
This is the first time I've added something.
You did just add. You said
Yeah,
now
just
late
you said, why do you
1995.
keep adding adding stuff like I've done this
Because you
before?
keep adding to try to
So can I ask
rationalize
you
the
a
lie.
question?
You sound
Can
just
I
like
ask
E.G.
you?
and Carroll.
Can I ask you a question?
No, I want you to answer the question.
What's your
Give
question?
me the date of when this happened.
The year of when it happened was late 1995 to early 1996.
Now you added again. Now you're saying early 1996.
If you let me finish,
You
the
just
first time,
keep
I will say-
adding stuff, man. You
if
sound
you
just
let
like
me-
E.G. and Carroll.
Look,
Jesus,
let
do you
me-
want to keep? Do you want to give me a? You going to get closer to a date? I'll ask
If
you
you-
again because you keep adding stuff. So give me the date of when this alleged assault happened.
The year she was raped was
No,
late
you added
1995 to early 1996.
Oh, okay. So you don't have a month or a day. I thought you were going to add that. I mean, shit, you keep adding stuff.
I answered your question. You asked what year. I answered your question.
No, you didn't. You gave me 2 different years. And then you said late 1995. Then you said late 1995 and then early 1996. You just, man, you sound just like E.G. and Carroll in court. Just keeps changing that story.
Can we agree? Can we agree that a year is 365 days?
That is a year, yes.
Okay. So when you asked me the original question, you said, what year was she raped in? Okay, well, I interpret that to be a time frame within the years or within the days of 365. So when I answer the question,
You didn't though.
1995
You said 1995 to 1996. That's 24 months.
I understand your passion. Okay.
No, it's not a passion. That's
passion is
just
up here.
facts. That's
Your
just
passion needs
facts.
to be down here. Okay. Your passion is
Hey,
up
you
here.
got to use logistical questions here. I know you can't do that. The guest showed that. The last guest
Just
showed
calm
that.
down. Just calm down.
Here comes the gaslighting, guys.
You keep interrupting me.
He's so mad because he literally added 3 times to his answer. Come on, E.G. and Carroll. You should marry her. You guys are just alike.
Okay. So I only added once.
Twice. No. You said 1995 to 1996, then late 1995 to 1996, and then you said late 1995 to early 1996. That's twice, little boy.
Okay. So it's one. It's one edition.
That's 2, little boy. You are viewership gold, man. I love making great content off you. Please come to our YouTube channel to watch it. It's great.
So you said that I did 3 at first. That's what you said.
No, I said 2.
How much do you want to bet? Do you want to bet money?
Yeah. How much?
How much do you want to bet?
$50.
Okay.
Yes or no?
September 1995.
Just asked 5 to 1996. That little boy. No, it's not, kid. I just asked you a separate question. Keep up.
She got raped between
1995 to 1990. Keep up. It's 24 different months. You said 1995. Don't add, little boy. You didn't say that originally. Yeah. You said 1995 to 1996. You didn't say late.
Sure.
So why you keep adding stuff? You sound just like E.G. and Carroll.
This is the first time I've added something.
You did just add. You said now late 19.
Why do you keep adding adding stuff like I've done this
Because you
before?
keep adding to try to rationalize the lie. You sound just like E.G. and Carroll.
Can I ask you a question?
No, I want you to answer the question.
What's your
Give me the date of when this happened.
the year of when it happened?
1996.
If you let me finish.
You just keep adding stuff, man. You sound just like E.G. and Carroll. Jesus, do you want to keep? Do you want to give me a? Going to get closer to a date? I'll ask you again because you keep.
It was 19,
No, you
late
added stuff.
1995 to early 1996.
Oh, okay. So you don't have a month or a day. I thought you were going to add that. I mean, shit, keep adding stuff.
I answered your question. You asked what year.
All right. Well, you're getting boring. No, you didn't. You gave me 2 different. You're getting bored. And then you said late 1995. Then you said late 1995, and then early 1996. You just, man, you sound just like E.G. and Carroll in court. Just keeps changing that story.
We agree that a year is 365 days.
That is a year, yes.
So when you asked me the original question, what year was she raped in? Okay, well, I interpret that to be a time frame within the years or within the days of 365. So when I answer the question,
you did. You said 1995 to 1996. That's 24 months.
I understand your passion.
No, it's not a passion. That's just facts. That's just facts.
To be down here.
Hey, you got to use logistical questions here. I know you can't do that. The guest showed that. The last guest showed that. Here comes the gaslighting guy.
Keep interrupting.
He's so mad because He literally added 3 times to his.
You owe me $50! You moron! You owe me $50! If you're watching, you owe me $50. Come back in the live stream. Don't be a beta cuck. Don't be a fucking coward. You low IQ rape apologist. You fucking ugly, disgusting piece of shit. You don't deserve love. You don't deserve anything in life. And I dare you to put me on your YouTube channel. I dare you to put me on your YouTube channel, and you will lose 99% of your subscribers. You owe me $50. Come back up here. I sent you an invite. Don't be a coward. That's Husband Cop 89, the Husband Cop 89. Don't be a coward. I sent you an invite again. Don't reject it. You fucking coward. You are a coward.
He's so mad because he literally added 3 times to his answer.
And then.
Then late 1990s. That's twice too, little boy. Content off to you.
I did 3 at first. That's what you said.
No, I said 2.
You fucking low IQ individual. You deserve nothing in life. You deserve nothing. You deserve nothing. You deserve absolutely nothing in life. You are worthless, okay? You deserve nothing. You are a rape apologist. You support rape. You support pedophilia. And you deserve nothing in life. You are a gaslighter. You're a manipulator, just like your daddy Trump. And oh my God, I beg you to post this on your YouTube, because this is going to go on my TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. That is the most incredible. That is the most incredible $50 I've ever made. That is just the most incredible $50 I've ever made in my entire life. Wow. I'm owed like a couple $1,000 at least, like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because one time this guy bet me like $100,000. Pretty funny. This guy doesn't want to come back up. I sent him an invitation sent. He's so scared, bro. He left as soon as the part was coming. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Low, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, man. Hey, I got a bone to pick with you, dude.
Yeah, what's your bone? Go ahead.
Who do you think you are, dude?
Yeah, bro. I'm your better, bro.
Like, bro, like you are really just a loser. Like you do this every day, like Dean, bro. Like you're not gonna be like Dean. I'm sorry, man, but like I gotta prove you wrong.
Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
All right, Joe Biden is a freaking weirdo.
You're in
He's
the
a freaking
fucking
bum.
bath. You're in the bath.
I'm not in the bath.
You're in the bath.
No, I'm not, dude. Bro, if I was in the bath,
flush
look,
the
look,
toilet
look,
door
look,
open
look,
the
ready,
sink.
look, hear this?
Just flush the toilet door open the
Look,
sink.
no, I'm not in the bath. I promise you.
I can hear the vocals. You are in a bathroom.
Dude, it's just my echo from my aura.
You are so obviously in a bathroom.
Dude, I'm not in the... Let it fill up.
Come back when the bath is filled, bro. Sorry, that was a nice refresher, bro. That was a nice refresher after the last cast. Let's watch back the crash out. Hold on, I want to Hold on. I want to watch the crash out again. Hold on. Let's watch the crash out.
Late night court. Yes. What is it? 1995 facts. You can't because he
Owe me $50. Damn, I screamed loud. Sorry, headphone users. That was a fucking loud ass scream. Sorry, it's just I had to listen to him repeat himself because I was playing it back, and I was just like, I'm fucking right. I'm a liberal. I'm a progressive lib. Yeah. The bath guest was pretty funny. You didn't fill it up in time though, so I'm gonna soundbite this. I'm gonna soundbite the scream that I let out. Sorry, that's funny. How often do you go live? Almost every day. 5 or 6 days out of the 7. What's up? That's funny. Yep. Should I hit or restart? I think with go pop. I appreciate it. I was trying to be calm with him, I was trying to like, passion, less passion, but he bet $50 and he owes me $50. Oh, I hope he posts it. Thank you for the heart, man. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you for the heart, me. Should we do ASMR, chat? Should we do ASMR? Is that what we're gonna do now? If you ever need to make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Repost, live, share the live, do all the good things if you're over here on TikTok. I swear, I recognize your voice from Dean, but there's no way because you're not MAGA. I've actually never trolled anybody. Okay, I've never trolled anybody. Oh no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I've trolled one person. It was a random, like liberal, and I went on their stream on my alt account. This was like months ago. God, I have a good memory. And then I like trolled them for like 2 minutes. But I haven't trolled any. Like I haven't trolled Dean Parker. I know Joey, Jaden, Santana. All these people. I don't troll. I'm not good at trolling. Sing something 20,000 galaxies and I'll sing. Or 50,000 super chats. That's a joke, by the way. Trump's in more debt than Biden, Obama, and Bush with this Iran mess and climbing. He's I mean, true. Really, really high debt. Really high debt. My throat hurts. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. As always, you guys can check out the link tree and the YouTube super chats. I appreciate you for being here. Is that why you would copy their exact quotes? Who? Whose exact quotes? Sing Let It Go. That song's stuck in my head. Tariffs are paying off my debt. He took out the tariffs are unconstitutional. There's not a racist in my comment section. It's insane. If I restart, how many of you guys are gonna come back on TikTok? YouTube, you guys don't have to go anywhere. On TikTok, how many of you guys have to come back? How do we call in? Link tree in the bio. Click on the TikTok icon. Come over to TikTok and debate me. Or link tree in the YouTube live stream. Sorry. Me, base Kristen. Should we go restart or no? What do we do? What do we do? Not me. Okay, I zoomed in wrong. I was supposed to zoom in. Unacceptable. If you guys don't come back, you're getting permanently banned. You copy their exact words. Whose words am I copying, bro? Who's they? Who's there? I don't know who there is. I don't know. I don't have TikTok. You know what? Do you have Discord? I'd be willing to have a Discord conversation with you. Do you have Discord? Let's see. If you have Discord, I will be willing to have a Discord convo with you. Dean? What about Dean? Let me know if you have Discord. If so, link tree in the bio. And then there should be a debate panel. Cloud, if you have Discord. Liberals can't debate a Marxist Leninist. They're saying you copy Dean's exact words. I think that definitely within like the political left, especially online with the rise in like online debate, I think that there are going to be some points that are crossovers. Obviously, like rape being one, mass immigration or mass deportation. I think like that doesn't necessarily mean that like my points are wrong. Okay. How we doing, y'all? How we doing? Let's see. I'm actually gonna hit a restart. Make sure you guys come back in like 10 seconds. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you're a MAGA Trump supporter, join up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you, love to debate you, love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, you're looking for people to debate. If you are a MAGA Trump supporter, join up in the guest box. I've been live for 2 hours. It's felt like 3. It's really felt like 3. I guess I should turn this on. I had like. Once again, if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. If you're on TikTok, repost a live, share the live, do all the good things. I appreciate you for being here. You guys are amazing, you guys are incredible. Let's check out the super chats over on YouTube. We just acquired those. There's a link tree in the bio. I'm the first to say something. Based. We had 30 likes over on YouTube. Damn. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. It's an honor. Based. New vocal stem unlocked. Which one? I have a lot of vocal stems, bro. A shit ton. Listen, if you talk to me on the daily, you definitely know. Like in private, in public, not really. I try to be professional. I'm not. I try to be. I'm not. But you know, whatever. I try to be. Whatever that said. Oh god. I should talk slower. Fetus means little human. Roger, what the fuck are you talking about, Roger? I can't see. Hold on. I need contacts or glasses. Why did yeah, I have no idea what you're referencing. If you want to provide evidence for the claim, feel free to do so. Why are we talking about abortion in my YouTube comment section? Abortion hasn't been brought up once. The fuck? Audio is very low. No, that's just me speaking. That's just me speaking low. My bad. That's just me speaking low. Baby has its own DNA. Okay, and who brought up abortion? You're getting banned. No, I'm joking. Debate me? Troll. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes,
Why?
because I love him and he's not Joe Biden and he's not black and he's Alpha Chad and he's 6'3" and he's 220 something pounds, or probably more, but I'm gonna be nice. Absolute Chad. What's that say? Wait, I'll be good boy. Wait, hold on.
You'll be a good boy is insane. That's insane. That's insane. You did that out of your own free will, by the way. You did that out of your own free will. You did that out of your own free. I didn't even call you a good boy. You did that out of your own free will. Viruses have their own DNA too. We don't value DNA. If we did, we would have. Mods annihilate whoever typed that in because they made me stutter. If we did, we would have value. Sorry, if we did, we would have value brain dead patients, but we don't. Right? Sentient life for the potential, not potential, for the potential capacity. Right? Because you can put to coma patients. It's gonna be first person subjective experience, followed by also viability comes into play. I think that abortion is immoral after 24 weeks, but obviously with the exceptions. But I think it still should be legal because there's like less than 1% of abortions that happen after that point, after viability. After that, just like an induction of labor. Sorry, I forget. I need to speak up. Hello, are you a MAGA Trump supporter?
No, I'm right wing. I'm a conservative, but I don't support Trump.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about why you're liberal. I think that's a fundamentally incoherent philosophy to have.
Why is it incoherent to be a liberal?
Well, the fundamental survival of our species is predicated on being very discerning. It's predicated on protecting the family unit. From the very beginning moment of your existence, you relied on the cooperation, the voluntary cooperation of other people to sustain your existence. So every person who is currently alive today at some point was being taken care of by somebody else, and they were not earning that in any way. It was just being given to them. And so we have this duty to one another, and letting people just kind of do whatever they want is antithetical to that duty. It's antithetical to us taking care of one another. Societies are started by everybody agreeing on the rules, what you're not allowed to do, restrictions on liberty. Seems to be peace is when you can perfectly balance restrictions on liberty with people's willingness to cooperate with it.
That doesn't tell me how my liberal ideology is incoherent. Because people get taken care.
Would you agree with the statement that liberty is the premier value? Like liberty is the most valuable thing?
In reference to what?
Like to anything. That freedom is what
I think the right to life would be more valuable than the freedom of liberty.
Freedom of liberty? Liberty is freedom. That's a redundancy. That's a tautology.
Sorry, not freedom of liberty. I think that the right to life would be more valuable.
So you think that freedom is the premier value? Like being free is more valuable than anything else. Being free is more valuable than being rich. Being free is more valuable than being safe. I think what's more valuable is the right to life. Well, I mean, obviously, being alive is an assumed.
You're talking about rights here, right? You mentioned rights. What was the question that you asked me? Maybe
I'm asking what your premier value is. What is the thing that you value most in your worldview? Is it freedom? Do you value freedom the most?
I value a lot of things. I mean, I can.
Well, what do you value the most?
I can't say I value something the most. I categorize like a lot of things. I value.
Well, if you don't value something the most, then you're literally an NPC. You don't have an inner monologue.
For example, I value like I value like.
Obviously, you have to value some things more than you. Well, let me ask you this: do you value your family members more than you value your house?
Do I value my family members more than I value my house? Yeah.
Okay, so bang, there we go. You value some things more than you value others. Glad we established that. What do you value the most? Okay, cool. So then there is something that you value the most. There is something that you value above all other things. What is that?
Right.
Is it freedom?
There are a bunch of things that I value over my house. But there are some things that I value.
Okay, dude,
equally.
You're either like not capable of tracking,
that I can value things equally.
Being deliberately obtuse here.
Can we agree that I can value things equally?
Okay. Yeah, you can value things equally, but there is something that's going to be more valued than anything else. Okay, some things might.
There's a lot of things more valued than my house.
What is
like the right to life, the right to liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I think those are all valued.
Okay, so you value the condition of living, correct?
I value the right to life, sure.
Well, the right to life doesn't mean anything. When you say that people have a right to be alive, people don't exist because existence was owed to them. People exist because two other people, right, did something to facilitate that.
So that's what I was trying to get at. When you first said, basically to like steelman your argument, I'm a liberal. That's bad because people take care of other people at one point in their life.
Yeah, it's being liberal is stupid because freedom is not a good thing to value. Freedom is antithetical to human survival. Being free is not good.
Pro-slavery?
I mean, there are forms of slavery that are preferable to like anarchy, if that's what you're asking. Like if my choices were freedom or Somalia, like
hold on. Are you pro chattel slavery?
And in what contexts? Chattel slavery just means that the person is owned as property.
Yeah. Are you pro or against that?
Okay. It depends on the context. Are we talking about people that are prisoners of war, conquered civilizations?
Of people owning other people? Name me one instance where it's justified if someone owns another human being.
Thousands of years in the past, and you have prisoners of war, and the only options you have are they become your slave as a serf, they work under you,
That's not justified.
and you therefore provide all of their daily needs, or you take their life. Those are your only options. And people who are in the business of mercy
don't make them a slave?
The latter option.
about don't take their lives or make them a slave? No, that's not justified.
You,
That's
you don't
insane.
have that option because if you
Of
don't
course you
conquer them,
do.
they'll turn
You are
around and
doing
kill
the
you.
active choice of enslaving them, or you would be doing the
So
active
you're
choice of
just
killing
like a
them. How about
Brownoid
you
who's
do
not
none?
capable of understanding history from the third person omniscient point of view. That's what I'm understanding.
You literally just said that slavery in some instances was justified. He left. Yeah, bro. If you think slavery is in some instances is justified, that's an absurd point of view, bro. That's an absurd point of view, bro. That is an absurd point of view, bro. Absurd, insane point of view to think slavery in some instances is justified. Quote unquote. So we can't evolve as a society. Basically, what he was saying. I'm hearing indoctrination from this caller. Yeah. Caller playing word games. I literally let him ramble on for like a minute and a half, and it boiled down to don't be liberal because bad, because people take care of other people. And then slavery equals justified. Basically what he said. Quote unquote good amount of people that were put in slavery or because they couldn't pay their debts. That's not justified. Okay. Are inmates not slaves? Yeah. I mean, according to like the 13th Amendment, there are like in reference to like a form of slavery that is legal and backed by the 13th Amendment. So I think that you could definitely point to that absolutely, which is why I support reforming the police. I would need to do again. I do like very little topic on like or very little research on certain topics, but from the research I support reforming the police. I'm still determining whether I want to abolish the police because again, I'm a progressive liberal. I don't agree with all things leftist, and I don't agree with all things establishment libs. I'm progressive liberal, so I agree with a little bit of both. And I know that like the DSA wants to like abolish the police, which I'm leaning towards, but I gotta like continue evolving in my political stance. Hello, are you a MAGA Trump supporter?
Nah, you.
What?
Not you.
I'm not. No.
Ah,
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
True. So true. So true. Into Mister. I guess I'll get off here soon in like 10 minutes. Actually, I'll just get off now. I'm tired and I'm hungry. I appreciate you guys for being here today. Today was pretty crazy. I'm gonna be on tomorrow 4 p.m. PST. 4, 5, or 6 p.m. PST. By the way. Sorry, I know that's a long period of time. That's like 3 hours, but I'll be on at like 4, 5, or 6 PST tomorrow, Thursday. I appreciate you guys for being here. Sorry we didn't get debates. It's just whenever I go live after 7, I don't get any debates. I might be back on at like 10:30. So here in an hour, I might get back on for another hour to get like actual good push and actual good debates. I might get back on in an hour, but I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys take care. Have a great night. I'm hungry.